and you're on.
My name's Travis Garcia, shortstop for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs.
Now, of what accomplishment, on or off the field?
Do you want me looking at the camera?
Yeah, I'm looking at the camera.
Can we edit these?
We
Because
can
I'm
edit
sure
these too.
this might be interesting.
That's why I have my daughter. Of what accomplishment, on or off the field, are you proudest of in your life?
On or off? On the field, probably be making it to the championship. I've been to two. Getting a party and celebrating the clubhouse with the guys is always, you see it on TV all the time with the guys and the champagne and stuff. So to get that, I've always wanted to do as a kid, especially growing up being a Yankee fan, seeing that a lot in the late 90s. I would say that's on the field. Off the field, just having a great family, I guess. I was born and raised, my mother's a pastor, so I'm a church-going guy. I'm the son of a pastor, so I've had a great upbringing and having a good, strong family.
What do you think you'd be doing if you weren't playing baseball for a living?
God knows. I really don't know. I know I'd like to help people in some sort. I know my roommate in college is he's a guidance counselor, and we talk a lot about that, and that's something I hadn't gone to school for, but neither did he, and he went back and got his degree in that, and that's something that I'd like to do. If I could make a difference in somebody's life outside of baseball and as a person, that's something that I think I'd have a lot of fun doing for the rest of my life.
Now, everybody's got a hidden talent. What's yours?
Probably beatboxing.
Okay.
No, I can't do that. No.
If Blake Lewis can do it, you can do it. Seriously?
Wow. I used to, when I was in high school, a lot of guys would write raps on papers. And it was me and one other kid, Jonathan Williams, who was a football player. We would always be the beatboxers for the guys, and they'd sit there and rap during lunch. So I'm okay. It's been a while. I wouldn't say I'm great at it, but that's probably a talent that I have.
Well, maybe when we get to the end of the interview, you'll do an all-star beatbox. Do you have any other hobbies or creative outlets that kind of help you away from the field?
I picked up something recently. It's pretty corny, but I was telling a couple teammates. I noticed on Yahoo.com they have a thing called Yahoo Answers. And you can go on there and help people. They post questions about all random things, life and foods and just stuff like that. So it's always fun to go on there and answer some questions for people. I've actually gotten a lot of responses back as being the best answer for a lot of questions. So I take pride in that.
Are they all baseball related?
No, relationships. A lot of my go on is for relationships. It's pretty weird. Some baseball, some sports stuff, but usually I like to indulge in the relationship questions.
Are you in a relationship now?
I am, currently right now.
Now, complete the sentence, please.
Uh-oh.
It would surprise people to know that I
don't speak Spanish.
Okay.
As a Puerto Rican, my mother and father, both Puerto Ricans, they speak it fluently, and I know. I was just talking to Charlton Jimerson. It impressed me because he speaks a lot of Spanish, and he said he got it going up through school and years of playing pro ball. I know baseball Spanish. I can speak and do it with some of the guys baseball-wise, talking about certain pitches and whatnot. But as far as fluent, don't know that.
What's the worst job you ever had?
Whew. Worst job? Probably I worked in a laundry business. My first off season after pro ball in the Bronx, and basically we washed it was for restaurants and whatnot, their linens, their napkins, the chef tops, pans, all that stuff. So you would get garbage bags full of these napkins and what have you with food on them and stuff. And we'd go to open it, there'd be maggots in there and everything.
Oh my God.
And we'd have to sort it out into piles, then put it in the bins to go sent out to be washed. That was definitely the worst job I've ever had.
Definitely made you appreciate the glamour of minor league baseball. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's your guilty TV pleasure?
Guilty TV pleasure. I don't watch a lot of TV. If I do, I'm that typical ball player that watches ESPN. But sometimes I like to watch. Just recently, the young lady I'm dating got me into Real Housewives, and I've been getting into that. Although I don't like to admit that there is a show. What's her name? I can't think of her name right now. Brittany is getting married? No, Bethany.
Bethany.
Bethany. I like her. She's cool. She reminds me of a lot of people I grew up with in my family because she's from New York. So I like her show. That's fun to watch.
If you could trade places with one person for one day, who would it be and why?
Derek Jeter. He lives a life. He has to live the life. I don't know his life. Nobody knows his life. It's so well kept under the radar, but I can imagine the stuff that he gets to do and then gets to see, just all the travel and whatnot, and being a baseball player in the Bronx.
Who would play you in the movie of your life?
Good question. I'm not sure. Matthew McConaughey.
Okay.
No, I don't know why. I know the girls like him.
Who is, in your years playing baseball, the most unusual character you've met? You know, whether it's a teammate or coach or manager, just.
I can go on with that.
I bet.
Probably Glenn Wilson, my manager in the Frontier League. Just an old school ball player. He's a very weird character. Now, just recently we became Facebook friends, and he's been saved, so he's a really, really deep Christian man now, which I was surprised to see him. Playing for him for 2 years, you just see some of the craziest things, because he 80s kind of guy who's rough, tough. I mean, I can't indulge in the stories that I know of from him personally, but he always kept you on your toes.
It's got to stay in the clubhouse, right?
He was definitely one of those guys that every day you walk out of his office and you scratch your head like, what did that mean? Or what's going on? Probably him.
And then finally, what's your favorite thing about playing in Southern Maryland? That's when we keep...
Playing for Butch. I've been in a lot of independent teams, and I would have to say playing for Butch, I think the best honor you can give a manager, I think, is to say that he brings the best out of you. And I'm able to play relaxed. I'm able to play to my top ability because of somebody like Butch. And I don't know if you know, but I'm sure some people have probably told you in affiliated, you don't have that kind of relationship that you would here in independent ball. And sometimes you run into managers or instructors or rovers who make you feel uncomfortable and make you feel like you're not doing something right, or stuff like that. So it was a blessing playing for him in 08, that month that I did. And I came here thinking, Atlantic League, I've never played here. I've always put this league on a pedestal. I don't know if I can play here. He's big leaguers on the field every day. And just his attitude and his outlook on the game helped me to relax and play up to my ability and compete with these guys.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Last chance. Beatbox? This would be the greatest thing to finish up this video with. Come on.
All right. Wait. Let me think. I got to do it. My top song back then was it was a Nas song with Lauryn Hill. I can't even think of the name, but...
Was it Killing Me Softly? Were they did Killing Me Softly or no?
Yes.
Okay.
No. With Nas.
That was the first album my daughter ever bought, was Miseducation, Lauryn Hill.
Nope. He might have been on. I don't know if it was his song or her song, but basically it started off with... I would do that, and then the rappers would start rapping. So that was my best one. I'd be like, oh, that's tight.
It's beautiful. Beautiful.
That was